How's it going, ladies and persons? I'm Bobby Sixkilla and welcome back to Danganronpa THH. Now, the last episode, Chihiro got murdered, so we're in the investigation phase now, and it seems pretty obvious what the murder weapon is here, seeing it's covered in pig murder blood. Okay, I guess we have to look at her first. For now, pay attention to the wall. Huh? I said it once already, there's a word written there. On the wall? Yes, bloodlust, I see that. The word bloodlust is written on the wall in blood.
So...
I don't think it's any kind of dying message. It's just too strange. But you know, the thing about writing bloodlust in blood, does it sound kind of familiar? A murderous fiend who kills again and again using a bizarre and brutal method. At the scene of each crime, the word bloodlust is written in the victim's own blood. They're like a ghost attacking suddenly, then slipping away before the police can catch up to them. And what nickname did the internet give to this mysterious serial killer?
What?
Genocide Jack. Genocide Jack, the murderous fiend whose grisly attacks were famous all across the country? The ultimate murderous fiend, creating a reputation of abnormal, downright cruel killings?
What is this?
Then this is some copycat killer trying to imitate Genocide Jack's style? But why would anyone do that? Perhaps it's the work of the real Genocide Jack.
What?
Wait, you're saying Genocide Jack is here in the school?
No way!
But going so far as to write bloodlust at the scene, I'm surprised at their stupidity. I can't imagine a worse situation than dealing with a stupid murderer. What is it now? Toko. Hina was pointing toward the entrance to the girls' locker room. Toko was the last to arrive, and now she was just standing there. No, why? Gadunk. She fainted, that did not sound good. Toko! Hina rushed over to the collapsed Toko and started trying to shake her awake. Toko, you okay? Come on, wake up. That's right, I just remember what she said. About how she faints anytime she sees blood. So she is hemophobic? I imagine she does not watch too many horror films then. Thanks, Einstein. Isn't that a violation of the rules, right? I mean, technically she passed out somewhere besides her room. No, I think it should be okay. The regulations prohibit sleeping. Like on purpose. So since she didn't faint on purpose, it doesn't count?
Just
Gotcha.
a second!
Toko, can you hear me? Hey, you gotta wake up. As if she'd heard her, Toko suddenly shot awake. As in she literally jumped up from where she was laying. It was such a strange reaction, I was at a total loss for words. She leapt straight up in the air, changing her stance as she did. In no time flat, she was just standing up. Ignoring the physical contortion she had to go through, her motions were totally haphazard. What? Sorry about that, I was just shocked, you know? It happens, right? Was I the only one? Toko, you okay? I'm fine. Who was that? Whoa, was that a dead body? Hey, he dead?
What the heck?
She must have hit her head real hard when she fainted. The world has a front and a back, a top inning and a bottom, the sea of truth and a web of lies.
Well...
This is quite concerning. I mean, she sounds completely different. No, everything's fine. At least the stutter's all gone. That's a good thing, right?
I see.
It's clear to me that everything is not fine. Your eyes seem strangely vacant. It might be best if we take her back to her room for the time being.
So,
I don't mind taking her, but can someone help me? If you need help, I don't mind. Taka, could you help me? She totally ignored me. Very well. You can take care of the girl, and the rest of us can begin the investigation right away. Can I assume nobody has a problem leaving Sakura and Mondo on guard duty again? Hold on a sec. Rushing to an investigation? The mastermind isn't behind that. After what happened last time, surely you realize that.
Don't make me repeat
There is no question that Chihiro was murdered by someone among us. Isn't that right, Monokuma?
Of course.
Right as rain. But don't take it as a bad thing. It's just a fact of life, because that's how graduation works. Then it happened again. Is that what you're saying? That another one of us killed? A fellow classmate? Does that freak you out? You guys got no balls. You know that? There's just nothing down there at all. Well, I'll let you pray to mine if you want. Actually, I don't have any either, sorry.
Stop talking.
Stop monologuing and give us what you came here to give us. You did bring it, right? I sure did, chum.
It's the Monokuma file!
I know how much you must be looking forward to it.
See
Yakuya
ya
is.
later!
Please do your best to be... Please do your very tip-top best. Yeah.
no way!
We really gotta do another investigation. examining the corpse of one of our friends, having to suspect all our other friends.
Why?
I hate this. I can't take it anymore.
Oh,
I hate it too. I've had enough. I'm getting out of here.
hey!
Where do you plan on going? There's nowhere to run.
Such ignorance.
Just accept it already. After all, blood is just a liquid. A dead body is a simple object. You're very enthusiastic about all this, aren't you? Are you not?
Naturally.
How can I not be? If we don't unmask the culprit, we will die. That's true, but to jump to it so soon.
What?
Do you want to die?
Such
Fine,
ignorance.
then go off and die somewhere. Right now, go ahead. You're a waste of space.
Damn you!
A dead body is an object?
Piece of shit!
Chihiro wasn't an object. Show a little respect or I'll beat someone to you.
Calm down.
Everyone stop bickering. Listen, there's some truth to what Byakuya said. Kyoko,
Because...
if we don't solve the mystery and find the killer, our own lives are forfeit. And if Byakuya is right, the Genocide Jack is somehow the one who killed Chihiro,
That's right.
unless we do something, more victims could start piling up. To get more victims, if we mess this up, we're all dead meat.
Hey! Hey!
Hold on, if that's your worry, you don't gotta worry any longer. In any one killing game, the guilty party may only kill a maximum of 2 people. Well, I don't remember any rule like that.
Actually,
I just came up with it. I mean, if one person went around and killed everyone, your lovely student life would be all over, right? A new rule has been added to the regulations menu. In that case, why not limit it to 1 person?
hey,
Well, in a good mystery, you don't want to miss out on at least the potential of a serial killer angle. Just one would totally murder that possibility.
punishment is waiting for you.
Farewell for now. I'll catch you guys at the class trial. Can't say I understand his thinking, but if we can kill up to 2 people, then one more person's life can still be in danger. Which is definitely not good. We need to uncover the culprit before something else happens.
You son of a bitch!
You need to shut the fuck up.
So,
Well, for now, Taka and me are gonna drop Toko off at her room. Nice, I'm gonna get dropped off.
there is nothing to be done.
We have no time to stand around here. We must begin our investigation. Toot sweet. If we do not solve the mystery of who killed Chihiro,
Okay.
then we will quickly follow her into the afterlife. Stop being so creepy. That's true. I hate this, but if I want to survive, me and everyone else, we have to do it. We don't have any other choice. Alright, it's investigation time. Better check the Monokuma file to see exactly what's going on. The victim was Chihiro Fujisaki, and the time of death is estimated to be around 2 AM. The body was discovered in the girls' locker room on the 2nd floor of the school. The cause of death was a blow to the head with a blunt object. She was killed instantly. That's all it says. Well, it's like there's any point to complain about it. No matter what, I gotta do what I gotta do. Monokuma file 2 has been added to the truth bullet section. Nice. Hey Makoto, do you have a second? Do you need something from me?
Naturally.
Of course, life without purpose is quite dull, you know. So what do you need? I'm gonna let you cooperate with me during my investigation. Huh?
What?
I'm purchasing your talent. The same talent which allowed you to solve Sayaka's case. Solve? No, I
Stop
just...
talking.
You seem to have some limited use, which is why I've chosen you. You have the honor of contributing to my investigation. So you're inviting me to come with you? You're doing it in the most arrogant way possible, though.
Let's go.
Now then, shall we get started? But... We need to get moving. There's no time to be standing around. I don't really know what just happened. It looks like I'll be working with Byakuya on this one. Well, this is the murder weapon, clearly. There's a dumbbell on the floor, and... There's a bloodstain. There's a bloodstain on the dumbbell. The Monokuma file said a blow to the head with a blunt object is what killed her. Does that mean the dumbbell was actually the murder weapon?
That's right.
I don't imagine it could have been anything else. That much seems obvious. There's a fresh bloodstain on the carpet. Must have been splattered with blood during the murder. That also has blood on it. The place has got some blood on it. Must have happened during the murder. Yes, but I need information about that. Should we check the body then? I can feel the life draining out of my own body. It's a dead body. Chihiro's dead
Very
body.
strange.
The more I look at it, the more strange it all seems. This must be Genocide Jack's handiwork. Well, but
What?
we're still not sure he did it. Is that what you want to say? I wonder about that. The word bloodlust is written on the wall in blood. What's the meaning of it? Bloodlust. The urge to kill? Urge to kill rising. Should I go then? Kyoko. She took her time examining Chihiro's corpse. She poked and prodded, going over every inch of the lifeless body. You're a very strange woman, you know. Been able to touch a dead body with absolutely no trouble. She seems to be concentrating pretty hard. It's like she can't even hear us. Have you got anything, Byakuya? You have time to talk, you have time to start investigating. Thanks. I use this locker room all the time, now it's become the site of Chihiro's death. Well, she killed the locker room. Actually, if you think about it, she could have been killed somewhere else and then carried here. She was very light, that's true. It would be hard for someone to carry her, but still... I think she came here on her own by choice. What makes you say that? She's been talking a lot about how she wanted to get stronger. So you're saying she came here to exercise. But according to the Monokuma file, apparently she was killed around 2 in the morning. Had she really been exercising that late?
Perhaps.
Hina or myself are usually in the locker room during the day. She's probably avoiding it then. Avoiding it? Although we invited her to join us more than once, she never showed up. So I can only assume she was trying to avoid us, and instead she came to exercise in the middle of the night. Perhaps, but it's difficult for me to imagine she would have come alone. She did want to start exercising, but she specifically mentioned she couldn't do it by herself. She needed support from others. She's saying she could have come here in the middle of the night to train in secret, but she would have always also come with someone else. It's a possibility, I think. Well, that's interesting. Dude had a real complex about being weak. You heard Chihiro talking about it, right? Well, I need to get stronger. Yeah, I do remember she said that more than once. Sure did, which I guess explains the trip down here. But did she really need to get stronger that badly? You already mentioned it, but she was a girl. After all, most girls aren't all that strong. I don't know, man. Haven't really thought about that stuff. The cause of Chihiro's complex. I can't help wondering what it might be. Because she's little. Right? No, I believe it's about time for us to move on. Already?
What?
New clues won't magically appear by standing around here. We need to check every aspect of the case. That's true,
Let's
but
go.
if you're satisfied, let's hurry up and proceed. You're so pushy. I got caught up with the wrong person this time. Yeah, you did. So this is our next location. Huh? This place is related to the investigation? Figure it out for yourself. It's no fun if you don't, right? Only a girl can get in the girls' locker room? If I remember right, this card reader is meant to work with our handbooks, right?
What?
You have an issue with it? If so, you should take it up with Monokuma. He said that, then quickly and sharply clapped his hands together.
Did you call for me?
Has he been domesticated?
That's right.
Seems that Makoto has a question for you.
You need something?
What's up? Well, it's about the card reader.
Yep.
The card reader all have to be designed to interface with each of your e-handbooks. You can only enter the locker rooms corresponding to the gender listed in your individual handbook. And it's impossible for 2 people in a row to go through while the door is unlocked, correct?
Unbelievable.
If there was some sort of erotic terrorist on the prowl, the ceiling-mounted Gatling gun would initiate a Swiss cheese slaughtering. And the school regulations prohibit anyone from lending someone else their handbook, right?
Of course.
Correct. So then, that means only girls can go in the girls' locker room, and only boys can go in the boys' locker room. In other words, Chihiro's body being found in the girls' locker room means... Hey Makoto, I can see right through you. See right through me? Allow me to tell you what you're thinking. Since Chihiro was found in the girls' locker room, the killer must have been able to get in
So,
there.
in other words,
The killer must have been one of the girls. Did I get that right?
such ignorance.
Good lord, you're simple. But am I wrong? You should pay closer attention to the regulations. The answer's been in front of you the entire time. Loaning your e-handbook to another student is strictly prohibited. Only the act of loaning a handbook is prohibited. Borrowing someone else's is perfectly fine. I would expect nothing less from the prodigal son of the noble Tagami family. So you managed to sniff out the loophole in the regulations. Knowing you, I'd bet you created it on purpose, didn't you? To add a little more excitement to things. You're treating me like a puny little appetizer instead of the main course that I am. Now then, since the dead can't actually talk, they're not people anymore, they're things.
Yep.
Get it? Got it? Good. Wait, hold on, you're saying that that's a loophole, but in order to borrow something from someone, then that means they would have to loan it, so,
Why you?
So sleepy. Just listening to you makes me want to pass out. But more like be more like Byakuya and get your poop together.
Unbelievable.
Or else I'll charge you with criminal negligence. No more questions. Figure out the rest your own damn self.
That's fine.
Well, I know you're unfortunately lacking in mental faculties, so I'll figure myself. Let's head to the main hall. The main hall? That'll help you understand what's going on. Card reader has been added. Why does he keep talking to me like that? We came to the main hall. So what are we looking for here? Does that mean I have to figure it out for myself? Why are we in the main hall? I guess we'll look around. The hunk of metal blocking the entrance seems like some kind of machine. A surveillance camera. And there's what I can only assume is a gun attached to it. It's so chilling. Does everyone have to... Yeah, okay. Fine. Over here? There's a mailbox here. Could there be something inside? It's an e-handbook. No, wait, there's 3 of them. What are they doing there? So you finally found them. Did you know these were here, Byakuya? I happened to find them by chance myself the other day. And it seems there's a system in place where the handbooks of dead students get delivered to this mailbox. So then these 3 handbooks belong to Junko, Leon, and Sayaka. You can go ahead and confirm it yourself. I immediately turned on one of the handbooks, and when I did... It's Sayaka's? Yep. Of course. You're right, this is Sayaka's handbook. Now do you understand? This is the key to the loophole that I revealed earlier. Yeah, I feel like I'm starting to get it. You should pay closer attention to the regulations. The answer has been in front of you the entire time. Loaning your e-handbook to another student is strictly prohibited. Yes, I get it. You can come here and take someone else's. Now what?
What?
Hold on a second. What's wrong?
Very strange.
That's strange. One of the handbooks won't turn on. Is it broken? Whose is it? The other handbook showed Junko's name when I started it up. Then the one that won't turn on must be Leon's, right?
I see.
It would make sense, yeah. After all, we did get pummeled with dozens and dozens of baseballs. Pummeled with baseballs. The memory of it came flooding back. That cruel punishment which led to Leon's death. The execution that the mastermind concocted. A cruel, heartless death. You're right, it wouldn't be surprising for the handbook to break during that kind of assault.
Damn it!
Hey, hey! Hey, 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 hey!
Oh, I'm really angry!
You're always angry. What? The e-handbook is essential to student life here. Crucial, integral, instrumental, a super big deal. There's no way it would break that easily. But it did.
That's impossible!
If I say it wouldn't break, it wouldn't freaking break. It can withstand up to 10 tons of pressure, and it's waterproof up to 100 meters, okay? I don't care how many baseballs you hit it with, it wouldn't do crap. Oh, but even my amazing handbook does have one single weak point.
I can't hear you!
But it's a secret. I wouldn't want you to be breaking any more handbooks.
What?
Then Leon must have broken it somehow without realizing what its weakness was, right? Hard to say. You know what I think? I think his handbook isn't actually broken.
What?
But you might ask, how could that be? Leaving the question hanging in the air, Monokuma disappeared. What just happened? Monokuma said it's not broken, but it's an undeniable fact that it's not turning on.
Fine.
Well, I don't see any connection to the case. That doesn't matter for now. You think so? Either way, something about it still bothers me. Okay then, that should be enough to get things rolling. Let's begin our investigation in earnest and track down the true culprit. Yeah, we need to find out who killed Chihiro. To be exact, not quite. Huh? Not quite? There's still more here to be checked? What? What do you mean by that, Byakuya? To be exact, not quite. Certainly I want to reveal Chihiro's killer, but more precisely, I want to discover the true identity of Genocide Jack. Then you truly believe Genocide Jack is the one that killed Chihiro?
Don't make me repeat myself.
Absolutely, I have no doubt that Genocide Jack is the culprit in this case. The murderous fiend is Genocide Jack, right? There's nobody else it could be. A murderous fiend who kills again and again using a bizarre and brutal method. They're like a ghost attacking suddenly then slipping away before the police can catch up to them. And what nickname did the internet give this mysterious serial killer? Genocide Jack. They say he's killed thousands of people, but that's gotta be an urban legend. Still, could one of us really be a demented psychotic killer like that? You're not wrong to wonder, but words mean little right now. I have something that'll prove it, and I can show you. Show me then. What do you mean by that? Oh, no. Show me. And I have a basis to believe that. I assure you, Genocide Jack is one of us. Go on then. Is there really proof? There's somewhere I'd like to take you. This will provide all the evidence you
It's
need.
all clear now.
Evidence that Genocide Jack is the one that killed Chihiro. Evidence. Does something like that really... hey, you two. Big trouble, we need your help.
I don't have time to play with
We're
you.
busy, leave us alone.
I mean...
But it's an emergency. Emergency. Come on, please, you gotta help me.
Please!
This is a serious emergency. Please, please, you gotta help me. Just calm down, okay, Hina?
I mean...
It's an emergency. An emergency, what happened?
Well...
Something's wrong with Toko. She's acting super strange. Well, I mean, she was acting pretty strange earlier, right? What should we do, Byakuya?
Very strange.
Since it's Toko, I must admit I'm intrigued. I suppose we can take a second to see what's going on with her. Are you
Don't
sure?
make me repeat myself.
I didn't expect that. I thought for sure he'd say no, and that'd be the end of it.
Yeah.
Okay, come on, hurry. Wait for us,
Let's
Hina.
go.
Looks like she's headed to the dorms, to Toko's room most likely. You're right. Which one's Toko's room? That one. Is Toko inside? Some kind of emergency? Come on, Aoi, let's go. You guys are too slow. I think you're just too fast. So what's the emergency?
So,
After what happened in the girls' locker room, we left Toko in her room so she could lie down. After a while, we came back to check on her, you know, see how she was doing, but when we did, it was weird. She refused to come out. She kept saying all this weird stuff. Weird
That's
stuff?
fine.
We should try talking to her ourselves. Yeah, good idea. Might as well give it a shot. The door swung open, slowly and silently. Creepy. Holy crap! An aura of negativity flowed out from behind the door, forcing a gasp out of me.
Oh, nothing. It's just that Hina was really worried about you, holding yourself up in your room.
leave me alone.
Yeah, sure thing. But could you open up just for a second?
Won't allow it.
Huh?
That's a no.
Won't let Genocide Jack have control.
And just like that, she slammed the door in my face. So she's Genocide Jack. Cool. What was that? You've been acting like that the whole time when I rang a little while ago. So she's got like split personality. One of her is that really annoying lady, and the other one's Genocide Jack. Oh, drive out the killer. Drive out the murderous fiend. Doesn't make any sense, right? I was afraid to leave her in there alone, so I tried to bust down her door. But I felt like something was holding it shut on the other side. I couldn't even budge it. Toko was scared enough to even bar her door. Does she think the same thing as Byakuya? Does she think the serial killer Genocide Jack really murdered Chihiro? Is that why Toko's so scared? Whatever it is, I'm really worried about her. Isn't there anyone who might be able to persuade her? Don't persuade her, she's crazy. Can't we just leave her? Whatever it is, I'm really worried about her. Byakuya is the only one who can persuade her. Hey, Byakuya, you think you could ask her? To come out of her room, I mean.
That's fine.
Sure, whatever. You gonna talk to her, Byakuya? Wow, I guess you can be nice when you want to. Byakuya stood in front of her door, not making a sound and pressing the doorbell. After a few moments...
What do you want?
Leave me alone, you're all so annoying.
It's
Bacula?
Byakuya.
Bacula. It's like Dracula. I'm sorry, I couldn't keep our promise. But don't worry, never again. I won't let Genocide Jack have control ever again. And with that, the door slammed shut. Even Byakuya couldn't pull it off. There's nothing else we can do. Let's get back to the investigation. Hold on. Hey, Byakuya, what was Toko talking about just now? Something about a promise?
What?
Oh, I have no idea. Another one of her delusions, I'm sure. But
Stop talking.
if I say I don't know, that means I don't know. Just let Hina take care of it. Oh, yeah, okay. I'll stay here and keep an eye on her.
Let's go.
Okay, boss. Without waiting for a reply, Byakuya sped away. But Byakuya? I hurried to catch up. I tried to talk to him several times as we walked, but he didn't even look back, let alone say anything. He just kept on walking towards his destination. Finally, his feet brought him to a stop in front of a certain room. The library? Come, let's go in. Is the evidence that proves it was Genocide Jack really in the library?
Don't make me repeat myself.
If I remember, on the other side of the door, there's the alcove, right? Hurry up and go inside. Oh, here?
Let's go.
It'll all make sense once we're inside. He's been guarding this door for ages. Whoa, there's so many books and files. And so much dust,
So
too.
in other words,
I would say there's enough value in this place to endure the dust. Good. There's a lot of crap around. It's a desk lamp. Oh yeah, it's the same one I saw Byakuya using in the library before.
what?
you have a problem with that lamp? It was here before, then I moved it over there. It's too dark over there, so I thought I'd put it to good use. Coin. So many files stuffed into the shelf. What's in all these things?
Enough.
Those documents are dangerous. Dangerous? They detail all the people who control the world from behind the scenes. Dangerous truth for a commoner. You mean like members of the Diet or something? No, I mean the ones with real power, the secret council controlling everything from the shadows. The Illuminati. If you're ready to be disappeared for it, take a look. There are some very interesting people in there. You're just kidding, right? Am I? I'll let it go for now. Don't be a coward. What is this? Oh, it's a camera. I didn't see that. This one? There's a wooden box. It's empty. Although judging by the smudges and the dust, it looks like there was something inside. Wonder what it was. There was an extension cord plugged in there. It proved very useful while I was in the library. Extension cord, eh? This shelf is stuffed tight with files. Without really thinking about it, I picked one at random. You have a sharp eye indeed to select that file. Huh?
That's right.
That's the report on a presidential assassination. The original is kept at the National Library. It won't be declassified for another 30 years. Are you sure you want to look at it now? There's no telling whose crosshairs you might wind up in for peeking at it. Without making a sound, I returned it to the shelf. My god, you're so annoying. I've already looked at everything, you big wanker. There's a ton of thick files stuffed in the bookshelf. If you're thinking of looking through any of them, let me give you a little warning. Those things are filled with graphic, disturbing photos from all kinds of crime scenes. The kind of thing any normal person wouldn't ever want to look at. Be careful. What do you mean? Well, those files in there are investigation reports related to different cold cases. Those are internal documents, for police eyes only. They're not the kind of thing you'd expect to leak. Oh? So you finally begin to understand the true splendor of this library? The entire reason I was interested in the library is because of this room right here. It's home to classified government documents, police records, things no ordinary person would ever see. Isn't it magnificent? This can't be for real, right?
Such ignorance.
That's your guys' problem. Anything that doesn't fit into your preconceived reality, you label it a lie. Well, it's not that. It's just... It's not like I totally refuse to believe it, but... I mean, there's just so much... How could anyone have put all this together? Suppose it goes to show just how much power Hope's Peak truly wields, or perhaps the mastermind may have wanted to provide us with enough entertainment to keep us from getting bored. It's no use. I can't keep up with all this. It's just too unreal. What's wrong? You still can't believe it? What about you? How can you believe it so easily? Things like that are usually impossible. What do you mean usually? Usual, normal, ordinary, simple. Those things don't exist anywhere in the real world. If you don't understand what they actually represent, you don't understand the nature of anything. You don't put your punches, do you? Besides, what you consider usual is based on your common sense, right? What makes you think your own common sense applies to me at all? The documents gathered here are genuine. I have reviewed them multiple times, so there is no doubt. You're saying you read all these documents more than once? But this all has to be like top-secret confidential stuff, right? So why... My family has a reading room just like this one at our home. Ours is bigger, of course, and not as dusty. Huh? Members of the Takami family have access to any variety of government-related documents. That includes foreign powers as well as domestic. How's that possible?
So, in other words...
I already told you there's a secret council that controls the world from the shadows. My family is a member of that council. And I have within me the bloodline that will allow me to one day bend the world to my will. But to become such a ruler, I must know all levels of this world, backward and forward. So whenever I have time, I like to review whatever documents and materials that interest me. Which is why I can proclaim without a doubt that the materials gathered here are the real thing. This is beyond believing or not believing. Byakuya is starting to scare me with more than the actual mastermind. And what always interested me the most were the cold case police investigation reports. Reading through those reports has always been a hobby of mine, ever since I was little. It's an excellent mental exercise. I've solved more than a few of the cases just by reviewing the reports. And among all those reports, one of my recent favourites is the Genocide Jack cases. As he talked, Byakuya grabbed a specific file from the shelf.
That's right.
This is the complete case file. Every single report surrounding the Genocide Jack cases have been compiled here. Because there are so many, allow me to quickly summarise the main points. To begin with, there are two notable characteristics in every Genocide Jack murder. The first characteristic is that every crime scene, the word bloodlust is written in the victim's own blood. And the second is that when the victims are murdered, their bodies are suspended in a certain way. Bloodlust is written in blood and the victim's body is suspended. It's exactly the same as what happened to Chihiro. Save your surprise, the best part is yet to come. For the second characteristic, where the victims are suspended, the only ones who knew about that particular fact were members of the police and other higher-ups. By all accounts, no one in the media ever found out. In other words, no one in the news, no one online, nobody knew about that aspect of each crime. Only key officials and the killer himself knew about the act of mounting the victim. Now, if you recall Chihiro's corpse, her body was most certainly mounted in this fashion. So how could the killer have known about suspending the victim?
That's right.
That's the key question. But in fact, the answer is quite simple.
In other words...
The culprit isn't a copycat killer. It's the real Genocide Jack.
In other words...
That right there is the evidence that Genocide Jack has hidden himself among the rest of us. Then Genocide Jack really is Toko, obviously. Such a brutal, fiendish killer really is walking around among us.
Interesting.
Things are really starting to get interesting, aren't they? I never imagined a killer with such a reputation would ever become part of our little game. Now, don't you think it'd be good for you to take a look at what I've already seen? You might just manage to ferret out a clue or two.
Such ignorance.
If you get down on your knees and beg, I might even show you myself. Screw you. About that Genocide Jack case file, could you let me see it?
That's fine.
Well, you didn't beg, but I guess it's okay this time. Feel free to look at it in here, but you can't take it with you. Okay. Byakuya handed me the file and I flipped through it with tense, nervous fingers. Suddenly my hands stopped. I'd reached the page where photos of the scene of each crime had all been collected. The names of Genocide Jack's victims ran on for several pages. Ken Harada, 32. Tetsuhiro Honda, 17. Shoji Gaku, 23. Etc. There was no end to it. The one thing became perfectly clear as I read. All of the killer's countless victims were killed and suspended in exactly the same way. At the scene of every murder, the word bloodlust was left in the victim's own blood. Now take a close look at the next page and you'll find another interesting tidbit. Next page. You're trying to freak us out. Profiling results. All of the crimes took place either on the weekdays, at night, or during holidays, either day or night. The most common time for killings to take place is on holidays in the afternoon. Based on these facts, it could be suggested that the suspect may be a student. Evidence suggests that the suspect lingered at the scene, but when they did leave, they were in a panic. Because an eyewitness has never come forward, it's unlikely there was any external reason for this. This confused behaviour suggests that the suspect may potentially suffer from dissociative identity disorder? Yes, they do. Obviously.
So in other words...
The key point here is that the culprit may well have a split personality. Like the kind of thing you see on TV. So I'm part of another totally unbelievable story, but this one is way more unbelievable than anything else up until now. Or maybe it really isn't, I don't know. I feel like my mind has gone numb. It's Toko, obviously, come on.
Go.
She basically told us as much. Alright, we should get going soon. Huh? Where are we going? Anywhere but here, we finished our business here, haven't we? Wait, Byakuya. As usual, Byakuya turned and left without another word. I hurried out of the library to catch up. Well, this is where we part ways. I have some things to take care of before the class trial. Huh? Just all of a sudden like that?
Time to play with you.
Come on, enough of your annoying misapprehensions. Do you really think we'd be together the whole time? Take responsibility for yourself and do something useful. Move the investigation forward on your own.
Bye.
And just like that, he was gone. Just as quickly as he'd asked me to join him, he'd cut me off. In the end, I felt like I was just some plaything getting tossed around. You made me feel like a slut, Byakuya. At the same time, I've uncovered some really important clues, thanks to him. Genocide Jack, he's the one who killed Chihiro. And that murderous fiend is one of us. And who is it? I have to find that out no matter what it takes. And to do that, there's somewhere I have to go investigate one more time. I have to go back to the crime scene, the girls' locker room. I should check the boys' locker room too. And the others might have come up with some info that I might find useful while I'm at it. I need to find out everything I can. But first we need to wrap this episode up because we're out of time for today. They really do give it away though. Like, it's obviously Toko, right? She's got a split personality and she's trying to stop Genocide Jack taking her over so she doesn't kill any more people. So obviously the normal version of her doesn't want to kill people, even though the normal version of her is also an asshole. So, whatever. But we'll have to complete our investigation and then do the case, I guess. Hopefully it's not another hour-and-a-half episode, but it could be, so strap in for that potential happenings. Till then, hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I'll see you in the next one.